Hey guys, Sunsfan here, and as you probably know, this is the update video for the website. Yeah, every couple weeks or so we're going to be coming out with this, like I mentioned last time, with progress to the website. And this week, very excited to finally come out with a couple things that we've been waiting for quite a while. So first things you'll notice, and by the way, this is all for the VOD section. First things you'll notice is this featured section is what we're calling it. The first box here, since a lot of people are kind of intimidated by the VOD section in general, the tutorials are more plainly in sight for you to click on. So the interactive tutorial, which is this bad boy that comes up that walks you through basic things, the video tutorial, which we made God knows how long ago, and the text tutorial. So if you have trouble, I guarantee you that probably 90% of you that use this consistently will probably learn something from using some of these things. These other two boxes you'll see are staff picks and featured tournament box, which will change from time to time. These are kind of like just shortcuts, I guess you could say. So I just click it, and it's essentially the same as clicking on ranks and staff picks. It's just a fast way to do it. And featured tournament, like I said, it's going to be updated with whatever tournament we feel you guys should be watching right now. This is kind of a quick fix to a couple issues that I'll get into for when I start closing this video about future things that we're going to add. But you can pretty much just combine all this stuff. So I clicked on staff picks and this, and that's staff picks of only the international 3 qualifiers. Of course, you can combine this with any of these other bad boy filters. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And the big update, which you've probably noticed by now, we've been teasing you guys for quite a while, and as I've mentioned many a time, it is the most requested feature by far is the hero filter. Yay! Before I go on, I just want to thank the writers and iMeister, along with the programmers Buka and Pietro, for helping out with this tremendously, I should say, because this is taking so freaking long. And actually, it's taken so long that everything's done except not all the matches are added, if that makes sense. But the recent matches have been added, and in the coming weeks, we will finish all the old ones, which aren't that important at this point. I think it's just better to get this out in the open for you guys to use. So if you click on the hero thing, I'll just show you a little couple of features here. And I brought this up last time, but I don't know how many people are actually using it. I think we need to come up with something to show people how to do this. But the type search works. So let's say I want Kunkka. I type KU. Oh, look at that. Kunkka is highlighted. Now, couple little minute, or I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but a couple little things I want to mention. This does not select it. This highlights it. So I still have to click him. I click him, and all the VODs for him come up. Okay. Now, if I type Kunkka, actually, let's say I want to type Ricky. I can type R-I-K-I. Of course, you guys can just scroll like we did with every other filter. If I type R-I-K-I, it'll go up to Ricky, right? But if I type S-A, which is Stealth Assassin, that's his old nickname, it does the exact same thing, which finds him. Now, if you know exactly who you're looking for and you want to select it, you can just type, like, let's say Brewmaster here, which his nickname, you can type Brewmaster, or Panda, which is what his old name used to be. So if I type Panda and then enter right away, it actually selects him. So you don't have to click an additional thing, essentially. So just a little quick thing there. One cool thing, and we're going to expand on this as time goes on, you can also disable heroes from being selected. So let's say, okay, I want a Kunkka game, but I really hate Lifestealer and Magnus. So if I right-click Lifestealer, it gets rid of any of the games that have Lifestealer in it. Click Magnus, also gets rid of all the games with Magnus in it. So, and of course you can do a bunch of these heroes and, you know, make your search that much more detailed. So this is what you guys have been asking for. Hopefully you like it. It has taken a very, very long time to put together, and there's still things that need to be added, like I mentioned. I think it would be cool to have like a pick band, or pick band thing up here, showing the heroes that you have selected and deselected currently. I think that would be pretty cool. But again, that's just, you know, little things for the future. And speaking of the future, since this is all that I have to update you guys with, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, so I click on these heroes. I'm so dumb. I click on these heroes. They're filtered out. And let's say I want to go this best of 5. Click on that. It will load. I will mute that immediately. And as you can see, there is a new tab here, the Heroes tab, which it goes directly to the specific game that you wanted with those heroes combinations. So I picked Kunkka, and I don't want Nakes or Magnus, as you can see. That is exactly what we have here. Now, this is somewhat basic. We're going to be putting a lot more information on this page, on this in this tab, such as like if you highlight, I want a bunch of stuff to come up, like statistics and stuff like that. I want there to be a selectable thing here that can show what the winner of the match is. I know some people have been asking for that, so we're going to be adding that at some point. And then of course, if you want to go back through the games, you can just click this scroll bar and just check the heroes for that. So I think it's pretty cool. This one's a little bit basic, but as time goes on, like I said, we'll be expanding it. And now on to the future things. And I just want to mention before I mention specific or talk about specifics, I hope you guys appreciate my candor and transparency. I guess transparency is probably the best way to put it about updates, because I know a lot of not only Dota 2 but just like big organizations, they refuse to give updates on what exactly they're doing, and because they're afraid they're not going to hit the deadline. And luckily for us, we don't have like this big block, I guess you could say, where we have to go through a bunch of people to get a bunch of updates for the site. I just talk to the programmers and they do it that day, basically, depending on, of course, how big of a project it is. And of course, that's Buka and Pietra, and I love you guys for doing that stuff. Love you. If you guys want to, of course, support them, just disable your ad block, and they get 100% of the money. So good stuff. Anyway, future stuff. I am rambling as usual. Last time I mentioned the VOD and upcoming match stickers. That will be coming next. That is the next thing on the list. And after that, the biggest thing that has been suggested that I couldn't wrap my head around exactly how I wanted to do it is a tournament type thing. How do I explain this? So we were thinking about adding it into this tournament filter, but what we're going to do is instead just make a new section called competitive, which will have the VODs in that category as well as tournaments. Now the tournaments, what will happen is when you click the tournaments, it'll have all the tournaments that are currently going on and older tournaments listed, and you can filter with whatever criteria you want. And when you click on specific tournaments, such as let's say you want to talk about like the like Star Ladder Season 6, you click on Star Ladder, it comes up with the bracket, and within the bracket, of course, it'll have spoiler-free functionality, but within the bracket, you can click on the matchups, and it goes directly to the VODs. I know people have been asking about just ways to watch a tournament in order, and it's kind of difficult, I agree, to do it within this VOD system, and I think it would be way too convoluted to add it to this actual filter. So what we're going to do is just make an entire section for it. So hopefully that appeases you guys, and again, we do appreciate all these suggestions. Obviously, we can't get to everything because we have limited staff and all that good stuff, but as long as you know we're working on stuff, then we're happy. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this section. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks to all the programmers and all the helpers and all the volunteers. Love you guys. Until next time, bye.